Welcome to Hannibal Crossing, where I will show you scrumptious and nutritious recipes ideal for hiking and camping, from light and simple to gourmet and complex. If you enjoy this episode, remember that the sub button salts at food without tasting it first, so give it a smack and subscribe. Today, we're going to make biscuits. You heard me right, biscuits while camping. Well, sort of, kind of like biscuits, but you don't need an oven. Then we'll zhuzh it up a little bit with some gravy, and then we'll zhuzh it up some more. This dish is perfect for a hearty breakfast when camping. It will really stick to your guts all day. Let's hit the forest and get cooking. First, you need a pot, stove, and a cup or bowl. You'll notice the black fire barrier sheet we're using when cooking with flame. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. So let's get our pot of water going to a nice simmer so we can make our broth. Our ingredients are a pork soup powder, dried mushrooms, and bacon bits. Natural bacon bits are an amazing ingredient for camp cooking as they don't require refrigeration, but be warned, bears love them as much as we do. So let's get those ingredients in the pot to simmer away and create our tasty piggy broth. It will take a bit for the dried mushrooms to rehydrate. It helps if you make sure they're in tiny pieces first. For some reason, my wife can't comprehend this concept. While the broth simmers, let's move on to the star of the show, biscuits. Now, in all honesty, these are more like dumplings than biscuits, but we're in the middle of a forest and don't have an oven, so we do our best. Dib, 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 dob, dob, dob. Here's the biscuit mix that we prepared beforehand. I worked for months perfecting this recipe, so don't steal it and say it's your grandmother's. I'm going to put the recipe below for you to refer to later. Trust me, it's simple and better than that store-bought crap. Screw you, doughboy, I'll punch you in the navel. Now this is where the gourmet cooking begins. We need to mix up our biscuit batter. I've used a heavy-duty ziplock bag because this is our mixing bowl, and there's nothing worse than a leak. First, I'll add a tablespoon of olive oil, or more, or less. I'm in the bush, and it's not like I'm carrying measuring spoons. But now the tricky bit, adding a little water at a time and hand smushing the bag till we get the dough to the consistency of a really thick milkshake. You know, the kind of milkshake that a straw would stand up in. Smush and smush. Check the batter, add a little water, and smush and smush. Repeat till you get the desired effect. There, that's the consistency we're looking for. See the little black bits? That's pepper and spices that I had in the powder mix. And probably some detritus that fell off the tree above. All good in the hood, son. Now the tricky bit. You need nerves of steel and a steady hand for this. With the broth at a mild rolling boil, we're going to ever so carefully squeeze out small globs of our batter. All the while making sure to mix it well to avoid globs sticking together in that hot broth. Now take your time and don't cause any splashy because that will burn you like crazy. Try and squeeze out all the biscuit batter out of the bag. Oh boy, that is looking good. In our family, we call those greebles instead of dumplings. Weird, huh? But this will taste amazing. Okay, time to slow your roll, son. Turn down that gas to a low simmer and let your biscuits cook for at least 15 minutes or more. You need to wait till they are floaters for at least a couple of minutes. No one wants a mouthful of raw dough, trust me. Take a few minutes to look around you and enjoy the surroundings of the serene forest. These are looking pretty good. Let's have a taste. Careful, it's hot and you could burn your face off. Transfer some to your metal cup to cool. You might notice the handy long-handled titanium spoon provided to us by our friends at the Cutlery Review. An affiliate link below is available so you can buy the spoon yourself. The real magic here is that the biscuit batter acts as a thickener to our broth and auto-magically turns it into gravy. Cool, huh? If you want to zhuzh this up some more, you can add textured soy protein. It's a dried protein source that packs well and will help you bulk up better than roids. Well, I'm going to sit here and consume this entire pot of biscuits and gravy, then climb into my hammock and slip into a food coma. So let's head back to the studio and zhuzh it up some more. Welcome back. Here's a fancier version of the biscuits and gravy I just made. Gotta have a nice presentation for the thumbnail photos, right? But you know, I think we can uber zhuzh this recipe up. Let's go picking some mushrooms. Remember that forest mushrooms are 100% guaranteed to be poisonous and kill you dead, so don't do this ever. Hey, and a shout out to our lawyers for that disclaimer. If I just bake up some real biscuits in my wood-fired oven here, like so, and then I'll take my forest harvest of all sorts of mushrooms and make my famous magic mushroom gravy. Now we have a gourmet meal. My advice is to try some and then wait at least 45 minutes for the effects to kick in before you have some more. And remember that the trees aren't alive and out to get you, and everything will be just fine. Thanks for joining us on Hannibal Crossing, and we'll see you next time.